With other parts of the country, Northeast India has been also eagerly waiting for the union budget, which has been tabled in the parliament. In fact, it has certain new announcements for Northeast and certain announcements which will impact Northeastern states, including Assam, which is a pole-bound state. And it will help particularly the tourism industry in the Northeast, which is in a path of not only revival, but it is getting more footfalls. Joining us at this moment is the managing director of Numaligarh Refinery, Mr. Bhaskar Fukan. Mr. Fukan, if you look at the budget at the first glance, what are the direct benefits that Northeast is getting from the schemes where it has been mentioned, and also other measures that has been taken in the budget?
At the onset, thank you for having me here. See, you have seen the progress that Northeast has made of late. So anything that you want is the continuation of that thing. See, this budget is basically continuation. It will continue the good work that has been done over last 1 decade or so. So I think that momentum, continuation of the momentum was the focus of this particular budget. They had focused in 3 key areas, as Honorable Finance Minister herself has said at the beginning of the speech. The first is accelerated growth in a sustainable manner. Second is the addressing the aspiration of people of India, particularly the youth. And third, they wanted to include all sections of the society into the Indian growth story. So these are the 3 key drivers that was focused at the onset of the budget speech. To follow it up, they have said that there will be very good focus on the development of MSMEs, and you have said tourism sector, and as well as women-led entrepreneurship. So all these actually result in higher employment potential, because tourism is one of the major areas where employment comes. You have rightly said Assam is lucky that it has also been identified to revive some of the Buddhism tourism circuit along with Arunachal Pradesh. So therefore, more tourist flow can be expected. Of course, Assam is doing fantastically well as far as tourism is concerned, with the road and rail along with air infrastructure augmenting. Assam is receiving a lot of tourists. Secondly, the MSMEs were given a lot of support in form of credit guarantee, and also liquidity has also been addressed through the platform called TREDS. So therefore, MSME will also be comfortable there. Women-led entrepreneurship, you have seen, they have said something called C-Mart, which will help the rural women folk to become entrepreneurial, and it will indirectly improve the income of the farmers. So those are the areas which was touched in the Part A portion of the budget. While it comes to Part B portion of the budget, they have mostly focused on ease of doing business and ease of living. So one very conspicuous departure from the earlier methods of assessment for imported goods were the risk-based policy that they have bought. If you are a good importer, reputed importer, you are likely to get your goods cleared quickly. Once those delays are avoided, actually the logistic cost comes down dramatically. It will help both the consumer and the producer or the trader. Therefore, there are overall efficiency which will set in the whole business cycle. So that will benefit India, Inc., consumers, and the overall environment. And there are a lot of decriminalization which has also happened at the personal level for not filing the proper income tax return, etc., etc. A lot of things were detailed out in the speech itself. So let more details come. We can have a very elaborate discussion. We have to also go through the details. There are many things which will come in the details itself. But to summarize, it is a budget which gives a continuity of the policy that has been pursued and which has resulted in growth for Northeast region as in particular. We have seen a tremendous, unprecedented growth. and this will not impede that growth. That is the good news. Secondly, it will also promote ease of doing business, and it will promote the employment potential.
Also, sir, the fact that there will be 40,000 crore investment for the semiconductor mission. Now, country's first semiconductor plant is coming up in Assam. Given the fact that there is so much of focus on semiconductor, Assam particularly is now also looking at trying to create a hub for manufacturing of mobile handsets. How much do you see this is going to help in trying to make Assam or other states of Northeast, for that matter of fact, hub for electronics linked businesses?
See, you have seen the focus, and we are lucky that we have a semiconductor factory coming at Jagirod, Assam. It is only the beginning. Actually, the focus is that entire value chain should be produced in India. We were only doing a part of it. So the incentive which has been talked about will promote the other, going to other section of the value addition, from the design of chips to perhaps the creation of the semiconductor. So certain portions were not done in India. So those will also get created. Since Assam has already become, is included in the map of semiconductor as far as that particular industry is concerned, definitely the place where it has already taken place, you can see other value-added services will also come based on the incentive which has been announced. I am very, very positive and bullish about it.
Thanks a lot, sir. For there you are, industry leaders from Assam clearly pointing out that this budget is going to accelerate the process of development that has taken place in Northeast in past couple of years, and perhaps there is a thrust in terms of developing tourism in Northeast and also giving scope to rural women, the MSMEs, which have been doing very well in the Northeast. Northeast India has been eagerly waiting for the union budget, just like any other part of the country, and now that the budget has been tabled, we are now joined by members from the Federation of Industry and Commerce of Northeastern Region, FINER. We have, sir, if I can get your introduction.
I'm Deepak Mode, Treasurer of FINER.
FINER looks at the industry and commerce of the entire Northeast region. You have the budget which has been now tabled. What is FINER's first reaction at the budget? How is Northeast going to benefit, or some of the schemes which are been given nationally? How much impact is it going to create in the Northeast?
Although Northeast has not been mentioned specifically in all the schemes, it has been mentioned in the tourist circuit. As for the Buddhist tourist circuit will be done, 4,000 e-buses will be given. But there are a lot of common schemes in which Northeast will definitely get a share. Like they have promoted one district, one product. Then they have made a medical hub tourism, 5 centers. Might be Northeast will get that. Then there is a lot of stress on She-Mart. Then there is a stress for medical tourism. Then there is a waterways. So, although it is not a populist budget, but it has been balanced that it is for all India. And they have announced many freight corridors, and they have asked for semiconductor. So, we are already having a semiconductor plant, and might be in the semiconductor 2 for development of this same unit. Some more funds will be given, so many ancillary units might come up. So, as a whole, the budget is a balanced budget, seeing the geopolitical situation, and it is aimed to reduce the budget deficit, which is very good. And seeing the geopolitical situation, we are very satisfied with what the government has done and given in this budget.
So we'll speak to more people, more reactions. Sir, if I can get your introduction.
I'm Sandeep Khetan. I'm Vice President in FINER.
If you look at Northeast, one specific project perhaps which has been given is the development of the Buddhist tourist circuit in Northeast. There are places of Buddhist interest here, and tourism is something which is picking up across the region with more infrastructure. We used to talk about only Kaziranga and Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh, but now if you see, after the train has come to Mizoram, there have been 145% increase in tourist footfall. So how do you see this overall development?
Tourism has been a thrust area. Prime Minister has also identified it, and it is showing very good results. If you see under the Unnati scheme, we have about 15 new five-star hotels coming in Guwahati. There are another 6-7 of them coming in Meghalaya, and they are coming in many other places. In the Buddhism circuit, you would be surprised to see places like Namsai or Tawang and other places where there are monasteries. Such good hotels are coming up. Infrastructure is coming up. The around airports are being spruced up. Shillong Airport again has got an additional 200 crore budget. Even the Teju Airport, which is near to Namsai, that has been spruced up, and the Dibrugarh Airport itself has been augmented. So even though we have not found a specific mention of the Northeast, which we were perhaps hoping, considering the fact that Assam is going in for an election, but the government has eschewed populism. It has maintained its fiscal prudence and the glide path towards reduction of fiscal deficit, which overall, and that combined with the thrust on the capital expenditure of around 12 lakh crores which has been given. So we will see impact of these in Northeast certainly, which is going to come.
So there you are, the industry leaders from Northeast region are hopeful that this budget, which they feel is not a populist budget but a budget which looks at reducing the budget deficit, they feel that this is going to create a positive impact across the region. In Guwahati, Ratndeep Chaudhary for NDTV.